Alright, so this is the story of how I started playing Darkorbit, but before I tell it, I just want to let you guys know that I'm making this video because somebody commented, his name is jhossel. He commented why or how did I start playing Darkorbit and like the whole thing, and he did it for my Q&A video, but if you saw in my Q&A video, I didn't answer that question because I said it's a little too lengthy. So I wanted to make a whole separate video about it. So here's the story, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so here it is. This is the story, the legendary story of how I started playing Darkorbit. And it begins back in 2009 when I was just a little boy. I was only 9 years old. And I used to play this game called Planet Cosmo. Like literally fucking Planet fucking Cosmo, dude. It was it was a pretty fun game for me because, as a little kid, you were into those kind of games where you're just like a character and you walk around, you meet other characters, like real people playing behind other characters, probably like 40-year-olds and like 70-year-olds or something. I don't even know. Like a lot of people say they're kids, but you never know. So I used to play that game and it was super fun for me. But it's pretty much like a Club Penguin game. Like if you know what Club Penguin is, then that's pretty much Planet Cosmo. But you're not little like retarded penguins just waddling around. You're an actual character, but they kind of still look dumb. So the whole point of the game was to just like socialize with people online. You walk to the town or you walk to the movie theaters and you just talk to some random girl that's playing the game, and it was just fun. Oh God, why am I telling this story? So yeah, and then one day, and this is the legendary day that will always be remembered forever. My friend jhossel, he came over my house one day. I believe it was a Saturday or a Sunday. It was in the weekend. I don't know what day exactly. And he was just like, he didn't say anything at first. He only spoke Spanish. I spoke Spanish too, so we were able to communicate. My parents knew his parents, so that's how he came over because his parents were like gonna talk to my parents about something. I don't know what. They're probably like, on a mission to like assassinate somebody or I don't know. I'm kidding. I don't even know what they're going to talk about. But yeah, like I got on my computer as soon as he came over and I was kind of trying to like relax and just play Planet Cosmo, and I opened up the game and I'm like, "All right, I'm about to play." And my friend kind of sat behind me and he's like, "What are you playing?" And I'm just like, "I'm playing this game, it's pretty fun." I looked back and I was like, "It's pretty fun." And he's like, the fuck? Like I could just see it in his face. He was like, that game is retarded. Like that's what his face said. His face literally said that game is retarded. He didn't say it with his mouth, but you could just read it. So I was like, whatever, and I just started playing and whatnot. And he's like, so are you gonna play this the whole time? And I'm like, oh, pretty much. This is what I do. And he's like, oh, that's kind of lame. And then he's like, there's this other game. It's like a shooter game, and you're pretty much like a spaceship. It's like an outer space game kind of thing. It's pretty cool. It's called Darkorbit, and I'm just like, Darkorbit? I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. And he's like, come on, like, we could try it out. But I kind of like really didn't want to play another game. I was so addicted to fucking Planet Cosmo. But eventually I let him go on my computer. He's like, all right, let me just go on real quick, and I was like, you know what? Fine. And then he got on my computer. He logged on to his Darkorbit account, and fortunately for the both of us, it was during Spaceball. He was like, "All right, so this is how you play." He was doing this and that, just flying around, and it was Spaceball. So he started to shoot the ball, and I had so many questions. I was like, this game looks kind of weird. I don't understand it. I'm like, what the fuck is this, like Star Wars? Like I saw Leonov and I'm just like, that's like a Star Wars ship. What the hell? And I told him like, what are you doing? What's the point of the game? And he's like, you just shoot people, and you're right now we're shooting the space ball. And I was like, how come it's going up? And he's like, well, when you shoot it, it flies up to the portal that you're playing. Like he was EIC, so it was obviously going up to the top portal since that's the Earth portal. So he was just shooting it up, and pretty much there were so many people online. Like everyone and their mother used to play this game. They were all shooting the ball. It flew up all the way to the port, and then the boxes would like come out, the cargo boxes, and everybody would go and rush and pick them up. And there was like 1 million people on the ball, and then there's another like 7 million people sitting around in the portal. it was honestly like it looked so crowded and packed, and I was like, that's a lot of players, you know. In Planet Cosmo, there's probably like 100 people on at all times. It wasn't that active that game, you know, but I enjoyed it. I had a few friends on there, and and then I noticed that like the ball started going to the side portal and then to the bottom portal, and I was just so confused. I was like, I looked at the mini map and I saw the ball just traveling to like the bottom portal, and I'm like, how come it's going to the bottom portal now? And he's like, I don't know. I think the ball just takes turns. You know, it goes to top, sometimes to the side, sometimes to the bottom. We both didn't know what the fuck Spaceball did. Just shoot the ball, and like eventually we found out that it's like whatever company is shooting it, it goes to their side. So it was like a PvP kind of thing. But I had no idea. And I told him, why don't you go down there to the ball and collect the boxes? He's like, are you crazy? You will die. Like, there's so many people there. So I was like, all right, do it then. And he's like, okay. So his noob ass with his big boy and 3 flags started flying down to the VRU portal. And like halfway there, he ran into like Goliaths and stuff. They started shooting him. But they were only hitting him with like X1s. So it was like 1,000, 2,000 damage. So he was able to make it all the way to the bottom portal to show me what he was talking about. And then he died, and I'm just like, holy crap, that is a lot of people. And that honestly, that's what got my attention. The fact that there were so many people and there was enemies and you could literally work with your team, like your company, Earth or EIC, whatever you want to call it. You could work with your people and fight against VRU and MMO. So I was just like, that's pretty cool, but I didn't say it out loud because, you know, I had to like keep my pride up, and I'm like, my game is better. We're pretty much competing to show whose game was better. Obviously, he ended up winning, but I was just like, whatever. So then I was like, all right, that's enough of Darkorbit. I'm gonna go play Planet Cosmo again. He was like, okay. So he got off my computer, sat behind me again, and I hopped on, and I'm just like, okay. I logged on. I was kind of like a little ashamed because this game looked a lot better than mine. And he's like, so what are you gonna do? Do you just walk around? And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, that's what you do in this game. You walk around. And he's like, is there any fighting or PvP? And I was like, well, yeah, you can shoot. Holy shit, dude. If you guys can hear that, I am so sorry. Like, there is a construction worker literally drilling through my house right now. I'm not even joking. Like, I wish I could record. But he's in the other room right now, like, drilling a hole through the wall because they're building, like, stairs or something. Alright, that's not part of the story, but yeah. So, the whole Darkorbit thing, like, I started playing. Whoa, I even lost track of what I'm saying. So yeah, like I was on the other game and he asked me, is there like PvP? And I was like, well, kind of. And then there's like a little option. If you click like a little like icon or whatever, you can throw snowballs at people. So I started throwing snowballs at people and he's like, what the heck? Like, you know, that's not really PvP. And I was just like, it's fun, man. And he's like, if you say so. So then eventually he ended up leaving because his parents had to leave or something. And then I was left and I was left alone with my computer, and I'm just like, Darkorbit. So I opened up the game, I opened up the browser, and I was like, should I make an account? Register now. This many people have registered, blah, blah, blah. Win up to $10,000 in cash prize. And I'm just like, damn, what the heck? This game's pretty serious. So I was just like, okay, I'm not going to play this game. You know what? I'm going to stick to my game. I'm going to stick to Planet Cosmo. Screw this guy's game. Never going to look at this game. And then I literally like got off my computer and I don't know what I did for the rest of the day. Eventually I fell asleep. I woke up the next morning and I'm just like, I want to play that game. I like ran to my computer. I literally just fucking ran. And I opened up the browser, darkorbit.com. I'm literally like looking down at my keyboard. I'm entering the fucking game name, darkorbit.com. And then it's like, you know, register. And then I decided to register, and that's when it all began. I was like, all right, I'm going to make my account. And I called myself fucking Skater249, like literally Skater249. It was probably the worst name I've ever had in any game. Holy crap, that name, dude. But yeah, it was like Skater with a number 8. So it was like SK. Oh, fuck, I hit my keyboard. It was SK8TER249. And the 249 was for my birthday. My birthday. Like, you know, March 24 or whatever. So I fucking made a Darkorbit account and I decided to start playing. And that's pretty much where I want to end this story. if you guys like this video and would like for me to make more story videos of my Darkorbit history, because honestly I have like 7 trillion stories that I can think on the top of my head. So if you guys enjoy this video and like the little cartoon thingies I made and all of that, then just let me know if I should do these more. I mean, I'm still gonna make the Let's Play and all of the other videos. This would be just like another thing I could do. So yeah, just let me know, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys. That's all I'm gonna use. And they also fixed it where you can like access all your designs from here. So these are the ones that I currently have. I have a Death Gum, normal Goliath, Mercury, Saturn, all of those. So it's pretty neat. I like this. But however, they did remove a bunch of the stuff that I had. Like I have the Aegis Veteran, I